very good morning to all of you. We are at Science and Technology Entrepreneurs Park at Pune University. And today we are having with us Dr. Rajendra Jagdale, who is the Director General and CEO of this institute. Sir, this is very interesting to know that, much before, almost before 25 years, this institution was, founded to bridge the gap between academy and industry. You can just put some light on this.
See, thanks to the Ministry of Science and Technology Government of India, way back in 1986, there was one very dynamic, very forward-looking advisor called Dr. Rajendra Jagdale. He realized that there is hardly any effort academic institutions are taking to transfer what research they do to the society. There was a big gap between industry and academic research. So DST came up with a program called STEP, Science Degree Entrepreneurs Park. Idea was then innovation was not a buzzword, incubators were not there, incubation was not a concept even. So, but there was a feeling that there's a lot of research happening within research institutions, universities, and our industries don't have access to that. So it was a bridge between industry, academic research and universities called STEP, Science Degree Entrepreneurs Park. When STAP steps were formed, they were partnering academic institutions, some research institutions. They were asked to host this. So we are one of the first 5 steps established by the government.
Okay. And
then proactive Vice Chancellor of University of Pune decided to host it. So it became, University of Pune became the host and DST became the supporter. Later on it was realized that most of the universities where steps were hosted, they were controlled completely by the universities and they were functioning like any other university department.
Okay.
Then the director, because salaries were paid by the government, director and the staff was treated like as an employees of university, though paid by Government of India. They didn't have sufficient functional freedom, they didn't have sufficient financial freedom. Then the ministry said, let's establish science and technology parks as an independent institutions promoted by Government of India and promoted by host. In our case, University of Pune. So that time there was no concept of not-for-profit company. There was no concept.
Okay.
Even concept of Section 25, now Section 8 company didn't exist that time. So only the institutional mechanism was a trust or a society. So we are registered as a trust in a society in 1990. Even though we started activity in 1986, but we registered as a trust in society in 1990. So we are independent institutions hosted by University of Pune because they provide us all the access to the labs, the faculty. I have been a professor in the university for 18 years. So that's why I'm here.
This is very interesting information. Still I came inside, I was thinking that this is part of the university.
No, University of Pune is our host. And we are very happy that we have set a fantastic campus and very proactive university staff and the departments. They support us. We depend on them a lot. And I have been a university teacher, so most of the university teachers here are my colleagues. So that helps. So we are a society and a trust.
And the purpose is to bridge the gap between the academy and the industry.
So we have to see what research happens within academic institutions. Then we have to see the industries who need the research. Sometimes even research institutions need support of industries. So we want to bring industries to work with research institutions, sometimes evolve a joint research project which can be commercialized by the industries. So there is a lot of close interaction between industry and our faculty.
So now, as you told that it is more than 35 years.
Yeah.
So it is actually 35 years, 36 years, entering into the 37th year. 1986 and 2023. Now it is the 37th year of STEP.
Yes.
So what kind of transformation STEP was able to bring here?
Yeah. There's a sea change. What has happened? See, initially the concept of course, was to support industries, look into the problems of their process, their technology, and see whether university can provide technological solution to their problems. We were also doing consulting services. SNT, we were doing very low end, even analytical service, because university was having a lot of very high end analytical equipments, and industry probably didn't have. So they would come to us and we would provide simple analytical solutions. For example, we used to do nanotechnology research, we used to have very high-end microscopy, analytical equipments, simple chemical processing. So we used to provide consulting services. We were also providing consulting services in environment, pharma companies, drug discovery, diagnostics. So many areas we used to do consulting services. Later on, of course, we were promoting even small entrepreneurs. But the entrepreneurs were very low end, like mobile repair, TV repair, and so on. Then entrepreneurship was very low end technology, and even radio repair.
Sir, what I am trying to tell you is that, see, I feel myself ashamed today to inform that I am in Pune for last 6 years, and I used to travel in front of this university many times, hundreds, thousands of times I have traveled in all these, so many days. But I never stepped inside, and today I got the opportunity to step inside, and I am able to understand, thanks to Vikram Salunke of Accurate.
He's also a trustee.
Yeah, one of the trustee of STEP introduced me to Dr. Jagdale. And I am telling you, it is that information, maybe the SMEs and MSMEs you told, the small entrepreneurs, they need the government support. They always complain about government is not supporting, but there is an institution which is here aimed to support their initiatives. So I think there you are telling that how we can make a difference for the SMEs, MSMEs in manufacturing.
So now what we are doing is, this step, we were given additional responsibility of incubating high-end startups.
Okay.
For example, DST or parent ministry came up with a fantastic program called NIDHI. It's a national initiative for development and harnessing innovation. Fantastic program. All of us, all the science technical park incubator managers and STEP CEOs, we came together along with officials of DST and our STEP advisory committee. So we had a brainstorming and we came up with a program called NIDHI. So under NIDHI, we have many programs. For example, we have a program called NIDHI Entrepreneur in Residence, wherein somebody wants to be a full-time entrepreneur and has no financial backing. So we provide 30,000 rupees per month as a fellowship. So he works on his business full-time. He doesn't have to worry for his own sustenance. And his mentorship support we provide free. We provide the space here, and by the end of his tenure, he comes with a fundable business plan. He does market research. All that we support.
How can one apply for that? This
Yes.
is very interesting.
It's online application all through the year they can do. We also have calls. Then we have a program called NIDHI PRAYAS. Anybody has an idea, especially since you work in the area of manufacturing, requires a lot of money to do even a prototype. So somebody has an idea and wants to convert into prototype. Now, earlier day prototyping was very expensive because every product, every prototype has to be manufactured again and again. Now we do virtual designing, virtual prototyping, virtual testing. When the virtually if you feel it's working, then it actually 3D modeling, 3D printing, and then so end-to-end equipment facility
Are available here.
is available here at many 5-6 locations. We have done it. We also have a NIDHI PRAYAS Shala set up in Pune. So any entrepreneur and our Prayasi can make the use of this facility. SME, for example, very high-end designing equipment, softwares are there, 3D printing, painting, robotics, everything is in one.
All this comes with a cost, or is it
very nominal cost? Very nominal cost.
They can become a member or something like
Yes,
that?
they can become a member and they avail this facility. Because everybody cannot think of, for example, we have software which will cost about 12 crore rupees. You can't have that. Thanks to industries, they have supported us with a lot of equipment and software. Thanks to Minister of Science and Technology, they have funded us for basic equipment. Then we have program called NIDHI Seed. We give up to 1 crore rupees seed funding. Seed funding comes without collateral. And so it could be against equity, against very low interest loan. We give 1 year, 2 years, sometimes 3 year moratorium for they don't have to pay us interest. And then of course repayment starts. By then the entrepreneur has started earning money. It is what happens in bank is when you go to the bank, first installment taken when money is disbursed to you.
True.
So we are using most of your money, initial funding, to repay the loan. So you have taken the loan to pay the loan. But here in our case, it's without collateral, risk-free funding, with lot of mentorship, support, free goes out there. And somebody has failed genuinely. See, we are a business. Don't expect every business will succeed. There will be failure. But somebody has made a genuine effort and failed. We write off. He doesn't have to refund a single penny. So that's a seed support. We are also operating Startup India Seed Fund. Up to 50 lakh rupees we give seed fund. Sometimes we are allowed to give seed fund even 1% below repo rate. 1% below repo rate. And sometimes again we give under C series, convertible debentures for up to 2-3 years. At that valuation, we take the equity. We give up to 10 lakh rupees grant. It's a plain grant. NIDHI PRAYAS, we give up 10 lakh rupees grant. Startup India Seed Fund, we give up to 20 lakh rupees grant, non-refundable. Then somebody wants to, suppose somebody has already proven successfully that his business is working, some revenue is generating, is cash positive, but he wants to scale up and he doesn't know how to scale up. He needs further mentoring and financial support to scale up, and we cannot fund. Then we have NIDHI Accelerator Program. What we do is it's a 6-month rigorous mentoring we do. He doesn't have to pay a single penny to be part of this program. Of course, there is a scrutiny. One has to apply. There is a scrutiny, and we are shortlisted. About 10 to 15 companies we shortlist. And you will be very happy to know that this year we are operating accelerator in manufacturing. So there, one-to-one mentoring of very high senior manufacturing company CEOs we provide. Finance mentoring we do, marketing mentoring we do, even management of funds. The fund management is a skill.
It's a skill.
It's a skill. So we do the free mentoring, and by end of the 6 months tenure, we make them ready for investment, showcasing themselves to the investor. So we call up VCs, venture capital firms, and showcase their product. So they get access to higher amount of funding. So that's acceleration program. So we have one-stop shop for all kinds of let's say facets of entrepreneurship, high-tech entrepreneurship. Then we also have set up, for example, you asked about what is the support that we can give to MSMEs. Apart from these startups, there are a large number of small companies, they can't afford very high-end equipment and software. We have set up at now 6 locations now, CIII centers. Center for Invention, Innovation and Incubation. You know, that is end-to-end value chain for entrepreneurs, to be an successful entrepreneur. We also provide skill training of basic, handling of software, designing, prototyping, 3D printing, additive manufacturing. So end-to-end skill training. So these are, apart from land and building, almost 25 crore rupees we have put in this. We are working closely with academic institutions. We have worked with the Raya Shikshan Sanstha. We have worked with Maratha Mitra Mandal College of Engineering. We are working with Anandra Power College of Engineering. We have set up one in Thrissur. So at multiple we are setting up one in Sangli, Islampur. We have set up one in Kolhapur.
So it is not just Maharashtra.
No, it's outside Maharashtra. See, we are not region. We work across India. We are working even outside India. We are very closely working with some of the European countries, Southeast Asia. For example, we are working with our own. We are members of the institution called ABI, Asian Association of Business Incubators, and so we have ABI welcome centers in about 17-18 countries. Any entrepreneur from India wants to explore opportunities in Southeast Asia, we provide free 6 months space, office, mentoring, free. Anybody.
They can have an office and they can sit and work?
Yes, free office. Recently, just last month in December, we worked with KAIST in Korea, and there in Seoul, free office will be given to our entrepreneurs.
Sir, what if I bring 10 manufacturing SMEs to you?
And so we have set up in even Belgium. So we have facility in East Coast and West Coast of in USA.
This is amazing. I think I'm not sure why I never came to you before years. These facilities are all available for manufacturing for years, and normally, we don't know.
Yeah. Normally we are little publicity shy. We don't go to press, and now since you have come, we are talking to you. Otherwise, it doesn't happen.
Actually, sir, we are not considered as a press. We are part of manufacturing.
I know you are part of manufacturing. We are providing great support to manufacturing sector.
Thank you.
So there's a lot, and now of course the incubators. We the Minister of Science and Technology started incubation program almost 20 years, 2 decades ago. But now every ministry is supporting this initiative. Startup India, Atal Innovation Mission, MeitY, Agriculture Ministry, every ministry, even Defence Ministry, everybody is supporting. It's a good sign that the ecosystem is becoming very
close ecosystem working together is amazing.
Amazing. But still I feel we need trust in the entrepreneurs. I won't quote some of our entrepreneurs. We shifted them from India to US, and they got immediately funded. But we tried a lot to get funding here. We don't get funding because, of course, climate is changing. But the trust and scale of funding that is required.
And second thing, manufacturing is not easy for some investors to just fund and get easy money, right?
See, good you raised it. Manufacturing, yes, first thing is requirement of funding is huge as compared to any other software company or ITS companies. We at Science Technology Park preferentially we support manufacturing sector. We want to see there is a physical product developed indigenously, and that's our priority. We don't support much of software companies because they're easy to do it. They can do it from home. expenses are not much apart from the HR cost, manpower cost. But in manufacturing, apart from the HR cost, we also require huge equipment,
Huge equipment. And for IT, there are many institutions globally as well as nationally to support them, because as you told, it is more about an entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
The idea which needs to be with, definitely everywhere there is a challenge, but when it comes to manufacturing, it is not just the idea, as you are telling that, with simulation today we can understand if the product can be worked or not, but before 15-20 years you need to go through all those rapid prototyping.
Yes,
all those process so much of money today, but then you need expensive software to do that.
Yeah, software cost. And that's again, people feel that software is free. See, this all manufacturing is all smart manufacturing, huge amount of investment required in software. So we try to provide this generic software for manufacturing sector at affordable cost. If there's no money for young entrepreneurs, we give them free facility and free mentorship. See, more than that, even how to do business, these skills it comes with mentoring.
Guidance is very important.
Very important.
Experience and exposure of market. Today, we being in the media sector, we are not having a lot of stuff. You told it is all manpower and skill. Not having skill is the biggest threat.
Absolutely.
I was talking to a couple of manufacturers in the recent days in Carthage here, and they were not able to take new machines because there are no operators.
Yes.
Work is there. They are now telling, the manufacturer telling no to work, and it is one of the dangerous situation, right? Like you are telling no because there is no operators.
Yeah. In fact, we are set up. We are working with Karnataka government. We are set up some Industry 4.0 and smart manufacturing facilities in Karnataka.
Step.
Yeah.
So how many steps are there in India, and where are they?
See, now I would say there will be about 100 incubators. By and large, mostly supported by Ministry of Science and Technology. Now, there are we were about 15-16 steps, but we are Scientific Park, one of the first 5 steps that were set up.
Apart from you, which were the other 4?
There is one in Trichy, one in Noida with JSS, Coimbatore. But now most of the Vellore. Yeah. But now ministry is not promoting steps. So
Incubation centers.
They are incubation centers.
Now we are having an incubation center here.
Yeah, we are step and the incubator.
So how many manufacturing incubations have been done here, if you can say?
We have mentored more than 1,000 companies. We have physically incubated more than 200 companies. They were physically located within our premises and funded more than 100 companies. Various kind of financial support from, of course, the various two ministries, mainly Ministry of Science and Technology, and then recently with Startup India Seed Fund. So more than 100 companies we have actually funded. Most of them are in manufacturing. Very few will be electronics and embedded technologies. Just handful of them into cyber security, but they have a physical gadget.
Everything.
They are not virtual, but they are physical gadgets.
You struck this particular electronics and embedded technology and all those things. We are very, very, backward in these manufacturing of these equipments, these technologies. I believe that a lot of research needs to be done to see how India can be independent.
I won't agree that we are backward, frankly, but we have enough talent. People have done a fantastic work and they have come up with good gadgets, but the kind of funding support is required to take these gadgets from lab to land. It's not there. Still, there's no trust. That environment needs to be created. Even for example, the funding that we give, very early stage funding, 25 lakhs of rupees, For example, I mean, some of the government programs, they don't allow you to seed fund more than 25 lakhs, which is Atal Incubation Mission allows us 25 lakhs seed funding. Startup India seed fund allows 50 lakh rupees. DST allows the maximum, that is 1 crore rupees. But I think we need to again jumpstart. Some of these companies which have got potential to become large scale companies, let's say unicorns, potential unicorns, needs to be supported at least 5 crore rupees, about $1 million. That kind of funding support is required, which is still missing. Of course, we can't expect government, because government will have a limitation of funding, because large number of entrepreneurs, large number of incubators are coming up. But some kind of public-private partnership for supporting entrepreneurs for a large-scale funding, for scale-up funding is required, that's a big gap.
And I'm sure this interaction with you is very fruitful, not just for me, but for the manufacturing community in India, as well as for STEP. When I would like to personally bring many companies, for example, I met one company a couple of days before. They are developing an electric vehicle with lot of patents.
We have 8 companies funded by us in electric vehicle.
And they are looking for someone who can mentor them. They are looking for someone who can, do some funding. And that product, they are not just coming with an EV, they are making their own battery. They are making their own battery, they are making their own design. I'm not supposed to tell more about that particular model, because I was very much thrilled, because we see EV is very easy. EV have changed the dynamics of manufacturing of a 2-wheeler, of a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
So, but these kind of companies or the entrepreneurs who are coming with this need motivation, not just by money, but also by guidance and exposure. I'm sure STEP can play a major role.
Absolutely.
And thanks to Mr. Salunge for introducing STEP to me, introducing Dr. Jagdale to me, and we will see that, sir, we will bring more industries to you, STEP here.
Since you spoke about EV, we have supported companies providing end-to-end solution for EV, right from design, right from battery management system, manufacturing batteries, manufacturing motors, designing motors, then end-to-end design, retrofit 2-wheelers, retrofit 3-wheelers, auto rickshaws, retrofit gypsies, retrofit buses, retrofit boats, because large number of fishing boats, they are consuming huge amount of diesel, and sea getting polluted. Go on the sea, Indian sea coast, there is a diesel smell because of spillage of diesel in fishing boats. So it can be retrofitted easily. So we are working on an end-to-end solution of electrical mobility.
Very nice. Thank you very much for your
good
time.
Game.
And let's hope this interaction transfers into actions.
Yes.
And benefit all in the manufacturing. Thanks and Happy New Year to you.
Pleasure so much. Thank you so much for coming. It was really nice, and especially for manufacturing sector, we are operating now one accelerator. Let's hope we interact very closely.
Now that will make this year for us, Machine Maker, to bring more organizations, be it entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs who would like to do something in the manufacturing, or the existing entrepreneurs who is running can get the support from STEP, get the support from the Ministry of Science and Technology. We will be happy. Happy New Year to you, all of you.